here we are. Final round. The players. Scott Hogan on the 17th tee on Sunday with a chance to win. All the pressure in the world. The key is, can he calm himself, get there? He's approaching the shot 130 yards. It's just a simple pitching wedge. He's hit it 1,000,000 times with success. But are his palms sweaty? Can he calm his nerves and deliver that birdie that'll seal the victory? He gets ready, and let's see what happens. Shot is on the way. Oh no, is it good? Is it good? Oh no, he chunk shorted it to the right off the toe. He's a loser forever. Blowing it at this biggest moment in his life, and now it is back to YouTube.
So I bet everybody can relate a little bit to that story there, or that dramatization. Maybe I've been watching a little bit too much Netflix of late. But that dramatization there at the beginning of, hey, I can perform when I practice, but when I get out to the course or whatever situation where I want to perform, I don't necessarily perform my best. And we see this all the time with professionals as well, where we say they are choking. But there actually is something that's going on there. It's not just random luck that, hey, I perform or I don't. You actually have to work on these things. So we have technology that can help us work on the mental side of golf, and that comes in the form of EEGs. Now, what is an EEG? Well, essentially, it's going to be some headwear that is going to kind of read some of your brain activity and basically kind of determine how active, how calm, or what kind of mindset state you're in that is going to help you perform better. This isn't actually a new technology. It's something I've been using for quite a few years. This was my first iteration of this. This is the Focus Band, which I had, and this was a great piece of kit, but you can see this is made out of fabric, and what ends up happening is when you have a bunch of people using it, you're outside, and you get the fabric going, it gets dirty, it gets sweaty, it gets kind of gross, and you're trying to clean it and stuff, but it ends up not working out really good. So this actually won't work anymore. But luckily, after talking with Rick Sessenhaus, who was actually Colin Morikawa's coach, he introduced me to Focus Calm, which is another version of this EEG. Couple of good things. One, it's cheaper. Two, it's made out of this different plastic material, and it's a little bit easier to clean, and it's much easier to use as a device. So let's talk about first, what is this going to do? So you can see with this device, the Focus Calm, you're going to see, you put it on, it's just a headband. It goes on, and it has 3 little sensors that are going to get onto your forehead, and it'll give you feedback letting you know, hey, if it's not on correctly, but essentially get the middle one into the middle of your forehead, and then you are going to start up an app on your smartphone. Now, when you do that, you will see the device is going to light up. It's either going to have 3 colors, red, yellow, or blue. Red being you are in an active state of mind, or essentially you are thinking a lot and you are really kind of stressing yourself out. Yellow is going to be neutral. You're kind of in this place of kind of indifference and, hey, you know, not thinking too much, but you're not in the optimal state of where you could perform your best. And then blue being that relaxed state where we would love to be in high pressure situations and being able to perform our best. That's one of the big challenges of golf, is that it's not as much of a reactionary sport like basketball or baseball. So we have a lot of time to think. We can overthink. We can start thinking about, oh, should I move like this? Should I do this? How's this work? All of those things are not exactly how we want to play sports. Think about any other sport that you play. You would not be playing basketball thinking about how is your motion going to work for, like, my elbow bends like this, my wrist does this, it does this. You have to work on getting yourself into a place where you can perform at your best level. So these are devices that really can help you start to understand this. So a couple of things I really like about this device. First, I already mentioned the price, coming in right around $200, which I already mentioned. The Focus Band, when I got that was around $500. It also has an app where you can go through a bunch of different meditations, you can play games, all these different activities that are going to let you see, hey, this is how you do things. Now, they do have a monthly subscription that you can use where you can actually track all of this and see what's going on, and you have a really good idea. And actually, they have an annual membership as well that I signed up for because for me personally, I'm trying not only to do this when I golf, but just being more relaxed and stuff in general. That's one of my goals in 2023. So what can we do with this and start looking at? Well, as a coach, I love this device because it has the feedback on the headband. So I can watch somebody and I can also videotape them and say, hey, we're gonna go through a shot and I'm gonna just pay attention to what you got going on. And we can start identifying like, hey, this is what's going on as you're going through your routine and starting to figure out how you're going through and hitting shots. I usually see people that kind of flash between colors, but when they get to the point where they're gonna hit the shot, they usually get into that relaxed range. But this is important because it allows people to start developing some strategies, some routines. The biggest thing that I find is people just don't realize what it means to be relaxed, to be calm. We talk about golf so much and say, hey, it's a mental game, and they don't know what that means. They don't know what it means to get themselves into a spot where, hey, you're actually going to be able to perform pretty darn well because of your ability to calm your head, get yourself focused, get yourself relaxed to be able to perform your best. I know for me, some of my best rounds, especially of late, is when I play with my friends where we're just having fun, or when I come out of the winter and I just go to play and it's always like, yeah, you know what, I don't really care. It's brand new year. I'm just going to get out there and hit. Then you play good for like 4 or 5 holes and you're like, oh man, I'm going to start trying. And then everything goes downhill right there, right? So that's the idea that, hey, once you start actually getting out of that relaxed state, everything starts to fall apart. So you have to learn how to keep yourself into that state. So again, I like it because it has those tracking features so you can see over time how you're improving and be able to track your progress in working on how you think. Now, one little thing that I wish they had on this, not everything is going to be 100%, although they are working on this, is they do need to put some sort of feedback, because if I'm using this by myself, right now, the only way you can see it is you get it on the app, you get told, hey, you're in whatever state you're in. However, if I'm going to hit shots, I'm working through routine, I'm not going to want to look at my phone to be able to do that. So they are adding that in. I reached out to them, said, hey, this would be a great idea. They said that is in the works and should be coming in a very soon update where they will give you some sort of either auditory or a vibration, which you do get vibrations in this, where it will tell you, hey, you are in the zone or wherever you're at. So you can work on that. That is something that Focus Band did that was very helpful. So again, working on your game, working on the mental game. We all know golf is a mental game. We all have that struggle of, hey, I can do this when I'm relaxed. Oh, I hit balls great in the garage. I hit balls great on the range. I go play a hole or two by myself. It's great. But once I get out playing with friends, playing in my Saturday, Sunday morning rounds, playing in tournaments, it all starts to fall apart and we're not really sure why that happens. This explains what's going on. It helps you get in tune with what is happening up here in your mental game, and it actually lets you work on it. So an extremely valuable piece of technology that has come down in price over the years. This is a great option, and it also can help you in other areas of life with their meditation, their games, all of that stuff that I find very helpful personally. So I'm going to link it down below, Focus Calm. I'm also going to link their social medias because they have a bunch of stuff over there that you can check out. I'm also going to link you to Rick Sessenhaus, who is the coach that, again, introduced me to this. I highly recommend you check him out because he talks a lot about getting into the flow of things and just getting relaxed. That is always a good thing as well. As I went through coaching college and coaching better players, I learned how important this was, and it really paid off when I was coaching those teams. If you have any questions about it, please leave comments down below. Make sure you click that subscribe button. I'm going to be playing some rounds with this on because I am very interested to see how I can work on this in my own game while I'm playing my rounds, especially when I'm playing live where, yeah, I do get a little bit more nervous because I don't want to play bad in front of all you. So that is something that we'll be doing, so make sure you do not miss out on any of that, all right? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Check out Focus Calm, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.